both of these racers have not won a Scramble tournament in the past. Both of them are fresh winners finalists for the PK Scramble tournament, and I believe this is Lontr0's first PK Scramble tournament ever. After an incredible year of beating time after time and doing very, very well in the vanilla runs, he's moving his dominance onto the Scrambles and see if he can take a trophy there too.
It would be very exciting to have that happen, genuinely. Talk about an upset.
Mad Cat, of course, representing House Gurk. Now that the Elder has fallen, it's up to her. Excellently styling through this bracket, beat me up on her way to the finals. And we'll see if she can use the knowledge she's gained along the way to close it out against Lontr0.
I fully expect this one to also be very exciting and very full of craziness.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that we could all hope for something similarly insane as what we just saw, although maybe slightly less painful.
I think I could use a more boring seed. Can we get random start and the towns are Onet, Tucson, 3, and just a real quick up to 4 side, all 4 sanks. Nothing wild happens. Just a real straightforward, easy run here.
It would certainly be easier to follow and comment.
Nice boring run. Can we not have any surprises, please? Can we have a nice boring run? How does one pronounce? I'm gonna say Rulorp.
Rulorp. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one.
Is the R silent?
Very carefully, yes.
It's a Cthulhu thing, Just waiting for our races to ready up on the race time GG. It looks like it just happened. So we'll be starting our 15-second countdown for them, and then jumping right into it.
Yes, so this is about to kick off, and again, everyone, same flag set as before. So still random start, accelerated enemies, and extended side shuffle.
And I think most presciently, rando start. So we're going to see where our runners start the game, and then which 3 free teleports they have.
Yes. And it is the clubhouse.
Yeah, okay. Both electing not to get the hat, though. Madkat went back for the hat.
Okay, we're doing a library check immediately, of course. Key to the shack. Okay.
So we have a whole Onet. We can do the Sank here. We can go down and beat up the arcade. We haven't seen Dalama Deep Darkness. Okay, so we're going to get a kid first. Very smart. On Lontr's side.
Yes, absolutely makes sense. So we don't have... Since we started in Onet, do they have access to the North Onet, or do they still need to do police badge?
You'll have to get the police badge in random start when you start in Onet.
Okay.
So they don't have access to Liar Exaggerates teleport check, the Buzz teleport check, or the Meteorite Piece item check.
Okay, so we have Jeff as our first kid and Dalam. Is this even a different seed?
Lontr0 was so fast in inventory, I missed what Jeff has for his item. Let's see if Madkat is a little bit more gracious to us.
I believe it's Carrot Key.
Carrot Key. Okay, so we have 2 locations with both of their sanks right away. Thank you. This is the boring seed that I was looking for. Thank you so much. Just for me.
I would definitely be waiting to see if we can find Paula before clearing those sanks, but having them open and available, it certainly makes life easier.
Looks like Lontr0 agrees with you, as he is going directly down to the arcade to try and get that item. Madkat will be following shortly after.
Yep, both of them doing the exact same thing, which makes sense. There aren't a ton of options right now.
Literally nothing you can do in Deep Darkness without the Hawkeye.
Right. Both of them doing the quick check on the enemy outside the arcade. Absolutely makes sense, especially since that item there is just some sort of capsule, and that won't tell you anything. Throwing the luck capsule on the ground, which, yeah.
Especially in accelerated enemy shuffle, you're not... Typically, the item in front of the arcade will give you a good idea of what the power level of Frank is, but the enemies are also a secondary good check.
Yes, absolutely.
Thunder and Storm died before I could even talk about it. He's done. He's gone.
Yeah, that's about what he deserves, honestly.
Starman
Ooh,
Super is the
Starman
second one. There we go.
Oh, no, he's not.
No, that was done too. We're good.
Now, the positive here, though, is that that's two enemies that can be nasty later that are just gone. We don't have to think about them anymore.
Yes, yes.
And they're not hard enough to wall us out the gate, like Nightmare can be here. So I did not catch what he said the item was, but we're going to find out in a moment anyways.
Police badge. All right, so we're going to be opening up the rest of Onet
Okay.
immediately. We do have to fight the cops before we can go back to North Onet, which is kind of an annoying amount of walking. But both runners will, at this point, I believe, have to do it to even progress logically.
Yes. Yeah, no, both of them are locked into this exact route, so that extra walking doesn't matter.
Doing a quick high
This means
five as
extra
well,
time for everyone to sit here and have some fun.
sit here and enjoy themselves as we wait for the cops to get beat up. And it is strong. Is this even randomized? Are the cops cops? The cops are not cops. The cops are cultists. Whoa! Political commentary. We're gonna
okay.
get through this pretty quick. As these hooded enemies will be beaten up by our two courageous kids. Gee, I wanted a boring scene, y'all. This is already this is spicier.
This scene has some comments.
Yeah, the scene has some things to say.
Okay. But that said, this really should, given where we are in logic, given what we've got access to, I mean, they're dropping in basically one hit. This should be no problem for either of them.
Yeah, I've yet to see. I think the only reason that Mad Cat's Starman fight took a turn longer is because Jeff missed. Like, there's no threat here.
No. That call for a friend is unfortunate, but not a real problem.
Submission hold actually doing a good amount of damage on Ness on Lontro's side.
Interesting. Although it looks like Rockin' is Rocket.
Rocket, yeah. And it's doing 1 damage per. Lontro able to get through that. That was actually a little scary.
It was, but yeah, Strong was just faster than Ness, but he wasn't so much faster that it never hit. I saw like a 115 or something. But he did have some HP on him.
So here's the question. Both runners now have literally every check available of Onet to them. Buzz, Liar Statue, Meteorite Piece, and done the other 3. Will they do Giant Step while they're up there? Or do you think they'll come back to it? Is it worth not having to teleport back? Is the 4 seconds you take or whatever to teleport back to Onet and walk off worth not waiting for more kids?
I don't think so, but I will see what they decide to do. But my take would be still save that sync for Paula.
Buzz check on Lontro's side is going to be a happy village.
Okay.
Not enough.
So,
we haven't seen enough cultists yet.
No. But that does mean we can find out what kid is there, and they could be a dumb kid. We love those seeds.
Love dumb kid. Dumb kid is when the kid is holding the key to their own cage. They could have gotten out at any time. They're just waiting for you to show up.
I assume we're going to see some liar skips. Oh, interesting. Mad Cat is going to Tucson.
Yeah, not even going on that. Interesting. Very interesting. Lontr0 trying to do that liar skip. He gets there eventually.
It can be a little tricky sometimes, this sub-pixel nonsense.
So Mad Cat probably, she's going directly to Apple Kid then.
I would assume so, because I don't think there's anything else here without doing the other checks. Oh, shoot, I missed what the teleport was.
He does it so fast, I missed it too. I was looking at the screen. I did not have time to read it. Lontr0, he's got superhuman sight.
Oh, God, and I'm not used to this tracker.
Summer's teleport, thank you, chat. Summer's teleport. So not great, but it gives you Magic Cape, which is a fetch quest to give you a better teleport somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth checking depending on the situation. You definitely aren't going to like default to it though.
And Lontr0 got the Flunny, Char Fly Honey, at the top of that meteorite.
And Madcat is now doing the North Onet checks, and Lontr0 is going to Tucson. So they're just catching up with each other now. Again. I have to assume that Lontr0 is going to, probably do Applecade check and then immediately teleport to HHV.
Yeah, I mean, Cav, at this point, it's looking more and more likely that it's a dumb kid. They could also dip the cultist house to see if it's above level items, and then maybe get a quick power boost the rest of the run.
It's always possible. I don't know that we've seen a ton of that this tournament, but it is certainly always possible. I do wonder, though, I'm wondering now if the kid is going to be Paula, like Dumb Paula.
Dumb Paula.
Or could be Vanilla.
It opened up more Tucson checks for them, which at this point is the only location. I mean, they haven't gotten a Hawkeye yet, right? So...
No, I don't believe they have. No Hawkeye.
That starting Deep Darkness Telly is just sitting there.
So maybe Applecade could have Hawkeye. Could shake things up just a little bit. Chad is commenting, I think that someone picked up a Nerve Ray, which is great. That gives Jeff paralysis on tap. No psi cost.
Good, in case you don't have a kid that has any. And they can beat up Mondo Mole. You can beat up the other carpenters that I think you paralyze. Clumsy Robot, although it's hard to get through.
Applecade just chilling with the meteorite piece. So that's, important, but it's not useful right now.
Got the meaty piece, but no Paula. A constant problem in PK Scramble runs.
Yes. So Lontr0 is heading to check Summer's teleport, which, sure. You need
what
the
else are you
teleport
gonna
at this point.
Yeah, we're cruising around doing fetch quests.
I don't think that either of them have actually checked HHV, but you need the teleports at this point, so. Okay, so it was Madcat that got the Nerve Ray.
Checking out the Summer shop, got a bio slingshot, that'll be good for Jeff.
Yep, don't give it to Ness.
Yeah, just give it to Ness. And Madcat now going to Happy. She's going to HHV instead of Summers. Okay.
I get it. Either one of those checks first makes roughly equal sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely. You have no reason to go to either. I know, no pressing reason. So it's just which check do you want to try first?
Yeah. So Lontr0's going to get his drugs first, which is always important. And who do we have? Teddy Bear.
Although the teddy bear is holding a lot of bills inside of his fluffy hands, so we can go to Threed.
Got some questions for that teddy bear, but that does get us a kid check. Ooh, that is a badly placed roach for that teleport.
He should get out of it. Yeah, okay. Whew.
Okay.
The water bills, which will allow you to drive yourself directly to Threed, get another kid, and that will open up potentially a lot. Kind of high chance it's Paula, although we do have Delam, so it could be Pooh for the logical progression of getting the Moo training and then all the other things.
The seed has been Ooh, yeah, that's a good find.
Excuse me, bag of Dragonite. Excuse me, Lontr0 definitely picking up the Cultist House dip.
Yeah, that's a good dip, and it's also a place you're not coming back to anytime soon. That bat's going to open up a lot of damage on Ness, and that Dragonite's just an I win button against some boss somewhere.
Or if you want to hold it all the way to Gygus, that's phase 2. Lontr0 doing a scary teleport into that trick-or-trick kid. It gets through.
Brooke, that was the T-Rex bat.
Nearly jumped out of my seat looking at it. And it's also information. Lontr0 now knows that Carpenter is way out of logic. So there's no reason to really ever go back to it. Even if you get the Franklin badge, probably not what you're looking for in a 4-sync run. Maybe even a 5-sync run. Right.
No. I could see potentially looking there for 5th or 6th sync. But it could be pre-4th sync? Okay. Brooke is saying that T-Rex Bat could actually be pre-4th sync. But even then, we know that at the very least that like if you get a Franklin badge, we're looking at that probably near the end of the seed logic rather than at the start.
And we got 2 Sanks so early that we don't really know what 4th seed Sank looks like at this point.
Yeah, it is still good info. Excuse me. Although it might not end up being an actual time save. We had 2 buses on screen for a moment there, and a couple of life noodles in the 3'd check. That's interesting.
A flare. Yeah, 20 ago.
Okay, so we know that Paula is probably not going to have flash then. I believe flare is flash, or is flare fire?
I think flare is fire. I think flash grenade is flash.
Flare is fire. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Regardless, Madkat stocking up on flares so that Jeff has a bunch of side power he can use. And also their first, I think, their first multi-hitting attack. Between the 2 of them, they really just have single target stuff.
Which has been fine so far, but you do eventually want those multi-targets just in case. Yeah, you're right. Flash is flash grenade, which of course it is. Like flash grenade, flash bang. I'm just dumb. It's fine.
I like to wake up with my flash grenades. I call it bangers and flash. As we get through the kid check on 3, which is Pooh, we can finally go back to Dalam and do the meditation sequence if we really want to. And Pooh came with the Franklin badge, so maybe we will go back to the cultist house.
Yep. Seeming more likely. The teleport check is probably what they're going to be looking at. But yeah, we do have Jeff, so the tent is on the table.
With a heavily armored Pokey.
Yeah, the heavily armored tent over there.
Heavily armored tent. I'm going to start throwing those flares. This is the case where you have 3 physical attackers at this point. But it doesn't really do much against Hap, so why not throw out the flares?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think we see a Psy Bomb on Pooh.
Heavily armored Pokey beating up Pooh pretty bad. Pooh's down.
Goodbye, Pooh.
Is this more dangerous than we thought? Is this heavily armored Pokey the one to live?
Yeah, this is looking rough.
Heck, I get stuck on those menus.
I would think probably can be considering a forfeit at this point.
Yeah, unless this last Nerve Ray does something. That Nerve Ray earlier would have been great. The heavily armored Pokey is very susceptible to paralysis.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the cheese buttons for him.
Thankfully, not too much of a death ward. We're going right back to 3. We'll do a quick teleport. Not get whatever the Boogie 10 had, but who knows? Maybe it's not worth it.
Deep Darkness, did she pick up the Hawkeye? I don't see it. Maybe just doing item checks?
Or weapons finder checks could be. Oh, first Peeping Larry, whatever the hell that thing's called. Smiling Sam. 1 damage on the Smiling Sam, though. That's with a defense down Omega. This is a very high level Smiling Sam.
Oh, okay. Deep Darkness is a bit of a red herring, perhaps.
Hopefully, Smiling Sam doesn't turn into a Punch and Pete and just keeps doing no damage.
Yeah. Oh, so Chad is pointing out Hap went down pretty quick for Lontr0, and it looks like he came out pretty okay. I missed what it was, though.
Let's see Madkat's item in the darkness. IQ capsule. What a... wow, spiteful. Spiteful Deep Darkness. Completely worthless. Kind of good on Pooh early.
Yeah, it's good for Pooh, but it's not worth it, I don't think.
No. Zombie paper was in the Boogie tent. Is this even randomized? I guess it is.
Okay.
It's slightly randomized.
Zombie paper intent, I mean, we haven't seen even a hint of a Satin Valley teleport, so that's, at this point, pretty likely required.
Madkat incredibly intelligently going to do mood training with a dead kid. It is a free heal, so she'll be able to avoid a hospital check by doing this. Smart.
Absolutely. And I guess we're just gonna have dueling mood training, which that's always a fun time.
Isn't it? Is it not a heal? Am I lying? It's not a heal. Am I lying? I'm lying. There's been too many scenes today.
I genuinely don't know.
I just said it so confidently that everyone believed me. No, it's not.
I wasn't gonna comment because you said it so confidently. I was just like, oh, I guess so.
Madkat extremely intelligently making sure that I learn things about Earthbound. That's the benefit of this. Thank you for that.
We will see in a moment, Girk. You're right.
I thought it was a heal because Pooh dies. No.
I do not know. We'll find out. Oh shoot! I missed what it was.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
And Lontr0 continuing to do carrot key into the pink cloud.
This one absolutely makes sense. You're already here. Oh, Tucson. So a dead check.
Yeah. Okay, it's not a heal. This was a test. You all passed. Congratulations. But she's got a couple of nudes, so we're gonna be able to bring that kid back. And then will she also do pink cloud? Yes. Yeah, we're here. Why not?
Yeah, and I mean, like I was like, usually you want Paula for your checks, but Paula is looking like she's going to be like right before Gygas or Force Sync or something. You know, she's going to come pretty high level, so at that point it makes sense to just be like, yeah, I'll just take care of it while I'm here.
Madkat scooching on through, grabbing that butterfly, needs it. As Lontr0 starts the fight, this is going to be another really, really fast fight, and that is Kraken, which is great. The early Kraken is excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, he can be a little rough later, but early on, who cares? Lontr0's already through, getting a sync. I imagine Madkat will be through just as fast.
Okay, so what can they do now? Franklin Badge Carpainter?
I guess?
Magic Cake check? Did they do that? Lontr0 did it.
Lontr0 did the Magic Cake. What was that? I think it was like... I think it might have been a dead check too?
A lot of troll teleporting.
I'm not... Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Lontr0 has Saturn Valley marked.
Oh, so maybe he gets there free.
Or
no need for
because this isn't the tracker I normally use, so it's possible that just is there because of...
No, he just used the teleport to Saturn Valley,
okay.
So he does have it, yeah.
Okay. So I guess that was Summers, and I just didn't catch it.
And an unnecessary boogie tent, which
so
means
that actually means that Madkat may not be sure what to do right now because she hasn't done Summers.
I believe she's doing... Nope, happy. So she's going to Carpenter, maybe? She hasn't checked the house, yeah.
I think she's doing Carpenter.
She has not yet checked the house. She does have the item. She doesn't know how strong it is.
She doesn't know how strong it is. However, as long as she checks that bottom right and gets that Dragonite, it almost doesn't matter.
Lontr0 getting a teleport 2, 3. Wow.
Oh. Every half these teleport checks are trolls.
And a random start too. Like we need to be able to go to Winters. Game? Well, how do we get there?
Okay, Tomar is actually saying that the first Dragonite is just Monkey Cave depth, which I haven't played vanilla in quite a while, so I completely forgot that.
Yeah. But still a little bit before halfway through the game.
Ooh, invisible enemy. What's he facing?
A couple of Bisons. Madkat doing the tent check, which is unfortunately going to be a zombie paper that we now know we don't need. But should be able to get through this fight much faster.
We know that it's not needed.
Yeah, but she doesn't.
Is she going to do the Summers check? Because Summers would definitely, if not be faster, would definitely be easier than the Threed walk, the Threed tunnel walk.
Oh, you're right. If she hasn't done the Summers check, then she doesn't have the troll teleport.
Mm-hmm. So she may read this as, okay, well, I don't have much else to check. I've got zombie paper. We're walking Threed tunnel. Ooh, we're finding a master criminal worm in Belch Base. So, on one hand, that can be a little spicy because they're so fast. On the other, it melted under a single bomb, so who cares?
And that's how we poke you down. She'll pick up her zombie paper, and then we'll see what Mad Cat decides to do with the information at hand. And we're at the point where both runners have done a bunch of checks, but they are wildly different information on each other.
Yeah, no, it's... I feel like this is currently an information race. And I think, unfortunately for Mad Cat, that Lontr0 might be ahead in the info race.
Mad Cat going up to do Giant Step, which is usually what you do when you're not sure what to do. Always good to do. You have to do these things eventually. It gives you just some time to think.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. I think it makes sense. I think we've all been there.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's classic.
Okay, Lontr0 just evaporated a clunky robot while I wasn't looking. It's just gone. Which, I mean, it's good to get through there nice and fast. I for one definitely like to see clunky robot later, if at all possible. But this is a teleport check and a sanctuary. Lost Underworld, so that's 2 sanctuaries actually.
Is that 4? Giant Step?
I believe that's 4.
Yeah, yes. Giant Step, Pink Cloud, Milky Well, Underworld. So we are not in go mode in Apollo, but we're at Sank go mode with 4.
Right, and at this point, I mean, what's Paula gonna be? Maybe, do we have Foresight? We will, yes, we have Foresight. So maybe Monotoli Tower, maybe Deep Darkness, but Deep Darkness was pretty spicy.
It was. Mad Cat cleaning up Giant Step immediately. Guardian General had no chance.
Yeah, and it makes sense. We got this one so long ago, and General is such a such a road bump.
Okay, interesting. So Milky Well here is 5th Sank.
Oh, that's unexpected.
So 4 would probably be whatever Carpet is holding?
I guess so, yeah. But it's mini barf, so this should be fine.
Also, because we just did Belch Base, we've opened up Foresight, and any amount of things could be in there.
Right. But that also, so the interesting thing there to me is that if this is 5th Sank and this is what opened up Foresight, well, no, because the Sank is not required to get Foresight access.
Mad Cat putting in her meme of the last Gurk standing. Question mark. Question mark? That's terrifying. That's a very threatening question mark. What do we not know?
Brooke mentioning having never seen the vampire spray before, and yeah, neither have I. I guess that's a hungry HP sucker.
It keeps you vampires away, just like the insecticide spray.
Okay, so I think Mad Cat is now just doing Cultist House. Yeah. So we will get to see what that holds for us.
Oh, did Lontr0 check out Starmaster? Did he turn in the meteorite piece?
I believe.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It was 3. Oh God.
Oh yeah, I remember now because we did see that and we commented, "Oh, that's another dead one." Yes.
It was so bad that I blanked it from my mind. I've repressed the memory of it being 3. All these teleports have just been absolute butt.
Okay, so we do have Lontr0 stocking up on brain foods. Absolutely makes sense. And we see Electrospectre here. Do you fight it? Do you not? I would probably just forfeit this, but it died instantly, so who cares?
Interesting fight. I guess it's experience, and you get...
It's experience, and it also means that he's gone. He's out of the table.
How is that not a red swirl? Are you kidding me?
This is a game that was programmed.
What am I even looking at? Mad Cat burning her way through this Mondo Mole. Numb, thank you, Nerve Ray. Let's make it pretty quick. Okay. Oh, I was about
that one's a red.
I was about to phone Everyone at Nintendo.
But what does it matter? They're doing 1 damage. Hieroglyph copy. Oh, you don't want that.
What are we doing, Seed? So Deep Darkness. No, it's after. What are we doing, Seed? How are we getting to Scarab?
Well, we've got Summers. I mean, well, yeah, we have Summers, so that would get you to Scaraba, but you don't want to do that.
Right. Like are we doing the boat?
I mean, the seed is certainly pointing us that way.
After all these teleport checks, my baseline is after 4 teleport checks, you still have to ride the boat.
Right? And not only that, but ride the boat and you already have Deep Darkness.
Yeah, every single one of these checks has been a troll.
Madkat is filling back up on Exit Mice 100% every time. Doing the Summers checks, going to find out about Saturn Valley. I do believe that means she did not do the zombie paper through 3 Tunnel. So that potentially saves her some time and effort.
I really wonder which one's faster. If you really boil it down to brass tacks, is it faster to do a Summers teleport check or walk through all of the zombie tunnel?
I think that if it was just the walks, it would probably be 3 Tunnel, but you have to sit through that through the cutscene.
Yeah, the cutscene, the sleeping at the hotel, paying up money if you need it.
Right. And so I think that makes the difference. That makes it slower.
Lontr0 also filling up on Exit Mice, going through that door. And speaking of doors, talk about the Ancient Cave tournament, which is coming up on April 4th. Submit 3 of 5 weekly seeds, and you can enjoy the doors randomizer as opposed to a key items randomizer. So the next tournament after this one. Check out Earthbound's other randomizer. It's fun. It's really good. And if you don't know anything about it, people will teach you. Sleepcore? Sleepcore? Is this a music genre I don't know about? Am I old?
I know I know that I'm old, so
Help me out, chat. What's sleepcore? Is that like shoegaze? I don't know. The pyramid is required. They have to do magic cake checks, says Brooke, waiting on the other side of whoever wins this finals. I'm sorry, whoever loses this finals. Go down and fight her.
which is definitely an incentive to win.
Right. We're at nothing but the best. Absolute best of the best runners left in this tournament, so every single race is going to be a threat as Lontr0 finishes out yet another sank.
He's going to take care of Giant Step. This should be absolutely no problem for him.
She's going pyramid.
And she's doing pyramid, but at the same time, like, I mean, what's left? Like, what else is there? You know?
Yeah, you can finish all 4 sanks, and then do you have to? I think, unless I'm reading my notes wrong, there's nothing left to do.
Well, but you need. We still need Paula, right? We need Paula, and as far as I can tell, this is it. Like, this is the check that's left.
I guess you could do 4-side, moon side.
Oh yeah, there's. Yeah, I forgot.
Like, either of those things, but like, I don't know. You know, like of all the bad checks do you do, what do you do?
Right. They're also, I think. I don't know. This one's a tough call, in my opinion, because like this to pyramids certainly is slow. It's unfortunate. But also, I don't know.
At the very least, I can see it from a risk assessment stance. If you do Moonside, there's a chance that it's actually nothing. If you do Mines, there's a chance it's actually nothing. But if you do Pyramid, it is both an item and a teleport, which is a much higher chance to be a something.
Yeah. You're sitting through more, right? It's taking you longer, but it can be worth it. And at the end of the day, like, the boat ride is long, and the pyramids are annoying, but they're not actually that slow, I don't think.
Especially if you use vanilla strats to get through all the fights. And assuming this is accelerated enemies, and they aren't hieroglyphs, they might just not come out of the walls or be there.
That's true.
Well, this Manny's putting up a fight. As far as the last run had really, really great PSI powers on all the kids, this one has a little bit weaker. Nest does have freeze, which is nice, but as far as offensive PSI goes, no Starstorms. A rocket on Pooh, which isn't great. He's not very fast at the moment.
Yeah, it would be better if Paula was already available, right? Because then she could make more use out of that rocket. But we haven't seen, like, my only guess right now is that we're going to do Hieroglyph, Pyramids, and that's going to give us Hawkeye, Vanilla, are we? And then we go to Deep Darkness and get Paula. I suppose it could be the Yogurt Machine, but the way this seed has been...
Right. Lontr0 getting walled by that Buka, but finally gets through it. With no repels, this is going to be, and with this assumptively being 4th or 6th Sank, maybe? We're not really sure how strong these are going to be.
Getting some shopping checks. We've got Night Pendant in Scaraba. So that tells us some stuff right now. Some stuff you maybe don't want to know about.
Right. Bombing that Buka. It's the title of my Sleepcore album. And now he's getting through the rest of this cave actually pretty cleanly. No enemies are spawning at all.
That's some excellent luck, honestly. I don't think he burned a repel. We haven't seen repels, actually, have we?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't think so.
Oh, he used a repel. Okay, so we have seen a repel, and he used it.
And this is 4th. Okay. I guess he had spent so much time on that initial Buka that he decided just to go for it. Which, smart. I agree. You, chat, all you have the benefit of sounds. I have no sounds. I have nothing but
What's
the cold
audio?
Silence of video. Well, this Trillion Age is actually really taking it to Jeff.
I think, man, you know, I really think that for me, worst enemies to fight, or worst bosses is, especially in Scramble, is Shroom followed by Trillionage. And that one is informed by running into Trillionage as the Magicant boss in a seed with double nuclear powered robots.
No. No. Trillionage finally down after stunning and numbing up both Glorp and Blorp, but Lontr0 was able to get through it.
And that puts him at, shoot, again, different tracker than usual, at least 3 Sanks done.
I think he's up to 4. I think he's just spent the last 10 or 15 minutes just cleaning up Sanks.
I think you're right, yeah.
French wrap.
I know Giant Step, and now obviously Fire Springs. Oh, there they are.
Oh, no, that's 5. He's on 5.
Okay. Okay.
The Magicant. Is this actually almost over?
I think this is almost over. I didn't realize that.
Are we just finishing it out? I must have missed Lontr0 picking up. Oh, I guess, yeah. Fire Spring was 4th, and he already did 5th, so that would be it.
Okay. All right. I'm checking. Okay, so I'm looking at this tracker. Milky Well, Pink Cloud, Fire Springs. Oh, this is so different.
Giant Step.
Giant Step, I don't see it, but yeah, Giant Step, we know he did. Yep, there it is.
Giant Step, Lilliput, Fire Springs, Pink Cloud.
Okay.
Okay, well, that must be it. That must be the 5.
Oh, he skipped the safety save. We've seen that go wrong before already in this tournament.
Lontr0's got that I'm new to Scramble courageousness that I think all of us have lost, right? Like he just believes in himself so thoroughly that it's not going to go wrong, shoot. And I love that.
That's an orbital uplink.
Oh, so he's got the laser from space. He's gonna blow up whatever's at the end of this.
Okay, well, Jeff is now the one you keep alive, and screw the rest.
Jeff is the main character of Earthbound. We need to protect him at all costs. Get down, Mr. President.
Unfortunately for Madkat, I think this is, unless this goes really sideways for Lontr0, I don't know.
Those nightmares? Those nightmares is crap? Or is it Manny Manny?
I think that's Manny Manny. Although I thought we already fought Manny Manny.
Me too, which is why I'm confused.
Maybe that's just the sprite that Nightmare gets? I don't know. Maybe it's Seedblade.
Maybe it was Kraken. Oh, it's Seedbleed. It's Seedbleed, but we're bleeding our way out to the number 3 strongest mole. Power Shield is going to be a little bit rough, but with the orbital uplink, we should... No, it's still a physical attack, isn't it?
I don't actually know what it registers as.
We use the dragon, which is a physical attack, and that bounced onto Jeff for a whopping 300 damage.
That's rough. That's not what you want to see.
Uplink is not physical damage, but Dragonite is, yes.
So,
2 kids
oh,
down.
that's unfortunate.
2 kids down. And a grip of Brave Food lunges to see these bombs get him through. Pooh's going to die. Can you menu fast enough? No,
oh my god, he got it!
GG.
Get your GGs in chat, everyone. That was clutched out.
Absolutely life-threatening, but Lontr0 finishes it out. GG's the official race time, Judd. GG time, 37:48.
What an incredibly fast seed, especially for 5 Sank.
Yeah, they're up the 37-minute 5 sec.
Good God.
I actually can't. That's so fast.
Hello,
Welcome.
Lontr0. That was incredible. You did that in 37 minutes.
So I actually misplayed that really badly. I should have went to Saturn Valley before doing a lot of the other stuff that I did, because then I would have known it was 5 tanks a lot earlier and probably could have gotten 5 minutes off this time. But it is
Well,
it's
So-
a lowly 37 when you could have gotten such a much better 32. And your finals race. Congratulations on advancing to grand finals.
it's pretty crazy, but
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
it's pretty cool.
It looks like Mad Cat decided to DNF, which fair
Makes
enough.
sense. Yep.
Oh geez, is that pyramid I see? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
No, y'all deviated pretty hard in the latter half.
Yeah, like I ended up with so many TPs. Like the 2 biggest mistakes I made was just I took bus to Threed when I should have checked Saturn Valley before. Would have just completely gotten around that. And then if I had 5 Sanks open earlier, I wouldn't have even checked the Delam TP. Those are 2 pretty big time losses, but it's
Mad
okay.
Cat, welcome.
Yeah,
GG's.
welcome.
GG's.
Would you like to talk about your experience with the seed?
I mean, I'm just confused because I don't know where everything is. I feel like I played everything to the best of my ability, but Paula was Paul stuck behind Magnet Hill or like I don't know, man.
I have no idea where Paula is.
Yeah, she never
This
showed
match
up.
couldn't be done.
Yeah, it was. He just
Was-
went straight to 5 Sank.
Where was the 5th sanctuary? Because I was gunning off the assumption that we had to find Hawkeye and Shyness book in order to unlock whatever was next. Because items were going to be way more helpful than teleports.
Let me look at my
So I was
tracks
just searching
again.
for items.
So, Giant Step, Lilliput, Milky Well, Pink Cloud, and then there was an Underworld TP from Saturn Coffee for
Okay.
Fire Springs.
Okay.
Fire Springs with 4th sank by logic, I believe.
It was, yeah. Because, like,
Yeah.
up there was where the 5th one is, and that's how it plays it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can run from this pyramid, I want to see what the pyramid items were, because that.
Can't believe you were in Pyramid, of all things.
There's
I
an
had no idea
information race.
That'd be there. Yeah.
Really, I think, again, both of you went to all the same troll checks of going, here's a teleport to a place you've already been. But each of you, at various points of the race, were one piece of information behind the other of, is this worth checking? Is that worth checking? Is this going to give me something?
It was definitely an information race. I think one of the big ones that stood out was Lontr0 went to Summers a lot earlier, which was, if I remember correctly, Saturn Valley.
Yep. I had a
I
feeling.
figured that it had to be there based on the items that we were getting, but again, I just
Exactly.
didn't feel like teleports were going to get me to the right spot, so I never went for it.
I just had that feeling, and I knew that, like, if I got Saturn Valley, like, you're gonna have the Meteorite Piece TP, you have the Saturn Coffee TP, because you have both of those items. So if you are able to get it off of that, that just opens up the map way more, and I think that's what really led to 5. Thanks.
Folks, the good news, both of you are still in this tournament. Mad Cat, you'll be going down to the danger bracket to face against Brooke and see if her elimination of the Gurks can continue. Lontr0, you'll be waiting up in grand finals for whoever the winner of that is. And then, Tolmar, please correct me if I'm wrong. The grand finals match will have a reset. So it would be Lontr0 versus whomever. If Lontr0 wins, the tournament is over. But if the loser's side of that wins, then we will reset and do another race right afterwards. I think.
That's what I saw in the bracket, so surely, right?
Tomar
correct.
confirmed.
Yeah, cool. So, that's coming up, and we're going to be scheduling the last couple of races after, I think, right now. Do we have a flag set that we want to spoil for the next set of races? Or are we keeping that a super secret? Runner's choices, says Kirk.
I know that historically it's been the last three contestants will run all in a row, and that's just runner's choice for those flags.
Each runner will pick 2 flags that apply to their matches. Ooh, start thinking now. What's the best flag for you, and what's the best flag to make your opponent really mad?
Oh god, that's what we're doing? Wait, that's fire.
Moon mode and snake tag.
No,
Yes,
no.
give us a snake tag in the finals, please.
Pincho's choice and Pumas Jefferson's choice. Those are the flags.
My goodness, what are we doing here?
All right. With all that being said, if do you have anything else you'd like to say about your runs?
That was good.
Sure.
That's all.
It was fast for you, Lontr0. GG.
GG's.
Jeez.
GG's.
That creator, I'm going to start the very long outro. Runners, you can feel free to leave. We are done here. This has been our doubleheader. Thank you so much, Tolmar, for restreaming and making PK Scramble. Thank you, chat, for watching. Thank you, creator, for joining me. Thank you to the Ancient Cave Scramble, which is randomizer. Ancient Cave Randomizer, which is coming up their first tournament on April 4th, where you can submit 3 of the 5 weekly seeds. Join the Ancient Cave Tournament. If you don't know what that entails, check it out. Ask some questions. Those communities are fantastic, and they will help you pick it up. With that all being said, we're going to be waiting for our next scheduling, so keep an eye out on that events page of the Discord to see when the next races are going to happen. It will be Madkat versus Brooke, and then the winner moves up to fight Lontr0 for the grand finals. I think that's it. I think that's everything.
I'm excited for it.
It'll be
I want to
fun.
see it.
It'll be fun. PK Scrave. Stick around for the raid, I think. We're going to be going somewhere else, and you'll get points if you stay. And other than that, have a nice night.